Happy New Year, everybody. 2023 is come and gone. 2024 awaits. And this is our predictions.
Yeah.
In professional wrestling for 2024. Four Horsemen reunion. Woo!
Woo!
Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob. Joined as always by my good friend Hollywood Frank.
Yeah, baby. HW in his house.
Sporting that really, really nice Pro Wrestling Council t-shirt. You can get those in the link below. Support your boys. Oh my God, here we go. Cody's pipe bomb.
And the fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania and I'm not makes me sick.
Did you like the picture I put on the thumbnail today? Cody's just like, son of a bitch. And Rock's in the back just laughing. Oh my God, dude. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. What's up, dude? How you doing?
A little bit of a stomach ache, but I'll survive.
Dude, you still sick?
That's a new one, I guess, from the New Year's food.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez, dude.
You're like a walking wound, man. Justin might be joining us a little bit later, but appreciate you being here, man. But yeah, interesting week, man. Gonna be get into it. First, let's go ahead and check everything. Big Daddy was here first. Said, "What's up?" And hey, yo, 2 for 1. Yep, 2 for 1, Big Daddy.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, yo.
Another one for the good guys. Appreciate you being here, Big Daddy. Big Daddy get a really nice call. Shout out to us for the New Year's and everything. Oh my God.
Yes.
Let me turn my freaking phone
Phone's
off.
blowing up already.
I swear to God. But yeah, go away. Next one we had
Leg
Leg
kick.
Kick said, "Hell, what's up, Leg Kick? You got beat this time, man. The hell, man. Appreciate you being here. We also got 4 or 5 people lurking. Appreciate everyone's in, everybody that rolling in here. Hope everybody had a good New Year. Had a good Christmas, good New Year. But man, dude, drama's already starting here in the friggin' wrestling and professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that when we get into our favorite segment here, a little something we call Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It is an even number, so I go first. You guys are gonna be really shocked, maybe a little shocked at this, but my good man, WWE Day 1.
What?
Dude,
What?
Hunter went big, man.
No, New Japan?
Well, there's always New Japan, man. I'm gonna stay away from New Japan for a little bit. I'm gonna focus on what everybody else likes. Interesting news coming out of New Japan, though. That we'll talk about. That's actually gonna factor into one of my predictions that we're gonna be doing. Yep. But yeah, dude, man, the Rock and the dude when the Rock, dude, good Lord, man. If there's ever, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't care like how big Roman Reigns is. He is nowhere near as big as the guys from the Attitude Era or from the Rock Austin era, man. When the Rock came out, that place friggin' lost its shit. I mean, everybody did, and it's a big announcement. Like I said, man, Hunter's going big this year. And one of the things they've been talking about, and the Rock actually said that the original plan was for that he was going to be at last WrestleMania, and it just fell through. So they're going to do it this time, and like I said, it's going to be huge. It's huge. You know, they're actually saying that this may be his last match ever, and if that's the case, they're going to blow this thing up until it's massive.
Yep.
So. And that tease, man, like I said, the friggin' roof came off of that place.
And if that's the case, we know the result.
Well, yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on, man. Day one, like I said, he went big. So day one's my good, my bad. Oh God, Tony Khan not knowing how to read the freaking room during the media scrum. He was goofing around. Now I will give Tony Khan this. I don't think he expected anybody to ask him that question about Jericho. He was being goofy. He was basically playing up Tony Storm because she was there in character. But the minute that happened, man, dude, take the friggin' goofy ass hat and glasses off. You look stupid. But yeah, so it wasn't a good look, and because actually somebody, I don't know if you guys noticed it, watched it, but one of the aides actually came over and says, "Do you want me to take that?" And he was like, "Oh yeah." It's like he completely forgot. It's almost like when he's doing these media scrums and stuff, like he's just in an old friggin' world. If we go back to the the Punk scrum when everything fell apart, he looked like a deer in the headlights. He looked like he didn't know what to do. So I don't know, man. Apparently he's not very good at thinking on his feet or something, but it just looked bad.
Yeah.
But then
like Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, he was just completely out of his depth. Like exactly because I allowed it, Bob. All right. And then my ugly, of course, is all this. I'm calling it Jericho Gate. This fallout between Jericho, Nick Houseman, Kylie Ray. Not going to really talk about it right now because it's all completely in flux. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows what's real. The one thing I will say is Nick Houseman is kind of a shithead and has already walked back some of what he said, even though he claims he's not walking it back. He's walking it back. So, yeah, dude, he doesn't seem like he's able to think on his feet very well. You know what I mean? He doesn't have that timing, you know, and that self-awareness. So then again, man, that maybe it's a billionaire thing. You know, billionaires, you know, they're a different breed, man.
It's a billionaire kids things. Self-made billionaires can talk.
Oh yeah, dude, that's what like guys that came up from nothing and put themselves there. They know they got the gift of gab. Tony doesn't seem to have that. So,
nope.
But yeah. So that whole thing, I don't know. I've been keeping up with it, even though it makes me sick. And hopefully, we'll get something once there's some kind of real information and resolution to it. Maybe we'll talk about it. But right now, I ain't even gonna touch it because it's just a nuclear bomb. But that's my GBU. What you got, Frank?
Yeah, day one was good. Really,
day one was good. I was very, very happy with it.
The good, your new AEW World Champion Samoa Joe.
Well deserved, man. That's the guy that they tried to turn into a commentator and that WWE fired twice.
Yeah, definitely well deserved for Samoa Joe.
Yeah, very.
What they do with him, who knows? But yeah, it definitely MJF was banged up. I mean,
yeah, he needed time off.
We'll get to predictions with MJF later, but putting the belt on Samoa Joe was the right thing to do. Max had 407 days up to that point.
Yeah, he had a good long run with it.
That's 400 something days. I think it was 407.
Yeah, it was over a year.
So yeah, I mean, time came. Great. Let's see what Samoa Joe can do with it. The guy in TNA, WWE, the guy can go. I mean, he's got a lot left in the tank. He can go for a couple more years as long as he can stay healthy. And I don't see him holding on to the title for too long, but see how it goes. The bad. It's from 92 or it's from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming, Cody Rhodes, but bye-bye.
Dude, it's gonna be interesting, man. He had because nobody knew he was nobody knew that Rock was gonna be there except for like the main people, man, and not even the announcers knew because they had that video of what's her name, the ring announcer. She was like, "Oh my god," it was like
Yeah.
so.
Thanks for playing, Cody Rhodes. Your WrestleMania opportunity. I don't know.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then my ugly World's End, the kickoff, Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. Good God.
dude, there was something going on with their timing.
Statlander's lucky she's not in the hospital. Or
Yeah,
out
I know,
again.
dude. That was that, dude. One of two things was going on there. Either there was just massive miscommunication, and that just caused frustration, and it just caused the match to break down, or somebody was on something.
And just go off of that. Go
You
to
think they
different
put the Jeff
move.
Hardy? You think they pulled the Jeff Hardy?
It's possible, dude, because there was a lot of sluggish movement there.
Statlander's lucky she's not hurt.
No, it was not a good match.
I'm glad it was on the pre-show because you don't want crap like that on your main show. That's awful, just awful. And with that, also, is it Vinci from Imperium took a wicked hit last night?
Yeah,
Damn.
dude. No, so supposedly he's okay, but man, they were worried for a second there.
His head bounced off that mat. If he doesn't have concussion, he's lucky.
Yeah. It's there were some really bad stuff. Yeah, there were some, like I said, the main events and the big matches on day one did a really good job of pushing that show up, but then like I said, some of the mid-card stuff that happened in both shows was not great.
Yeah, and
it was scary.
Special good to yes, I am a Scarlet and Gray fan for Ohio State, but I'm also, because of my family, a partial Maize and Blue fan for Michigan, because they're also in the Big Ten. I am so happy that Alabama got knocked out, because I hate Alabama.
Dude, I think everybody was like, thank God we don't have to face Alabama.
I'd rather have Michigan than Alabama. Alabama, just go away. They're the New York Yankees of college football. Did we lose Rob?
For a bit, I guess.
Probably, but that's my GBU. What do you got there, Johnny?
No, just a couple of things you mentioned. We are never, ever getting Keith Lee versus Swerve. We can forget about that. It's not meant to happen.
I gotta run upstairs real quick, guys.
Okay, we got this.
We got it. Like there wasn't even a bit. It was just Tony saying, "Okay, damn, you guys want it so bad. Here it is." But no, we couldn't get it. It's never gonna happen. We can move on from this.
No, Dustin Rhodes versus Swerve.
I don't know if I would have booked it the same way.
No. I'd have put him in somebody other than Dustin Rhodes. No offense to Dustin, but Powerhouse Hobbs, somebody put him in a match with somebody.
If it has to be Dustin, make it a squash at least. So Swerve deserves that right now. And there was also the attempted murder of one Nick Wayne on that flaming table.
Oh my God! I don't even think he even hit the table right. This is like he just like slid right off the back.
No, just his ass raised a little bit and he landed on his neck.
I didn't even put him through the table. It's just like was it? I don't know if it was fire and oil. He just slid like that was bad. That was bad.
No, he already landed on the edge. Edge overshot it.
Yeah.
But that's it.
That's it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Mr. Big Daddy. Garnet Chaos says, my good is a few choices, but it's obvious. Obviously, The Rock returns. Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston win. Yep. And my bad is what Eddie done with the MJF character, and my ugly is AEW's future in 2024. Yeah,
Doesn't look too good.
yeah. Who knows what's going on? Because is AEW going to still be with Warner Brothers Discovery? Is it going to be Monday Night Raw, or Raw if they move it off Monday night? Going to be with WBD? Who knows? That I think is the bigger bidding war of 2024 than anything with MJF or any other free agent. It's what's going to happen with Raw and AEW. Who's going where, and when's that going to be resolved? I was expecting AEW's deal to be resolved already, but who knows?
If it's not, I would be worried. Very much so.
And as far as Eddie Kingston, yeah, he's the Ring of Honor title, the open weight title from New Japan, I think, right?
It's some Japanese belt. I'm not sure which one.
And I can't remember the third one. Or was the third one that was made up by AEW? I can't remember.
It's the Continental Classic one.
Oh yeah, Continental Classic, a new belt. Triple H got some announcement thing on Thursday. Yeah, we might find out then. Yeah, but a whole lot going on. Here we go. We got another one. Maldacito, the good. Joe is champ. The bad Cody turning into George R. Martin. The ugly guys are getting knocked the F out. Oh, you want? All right. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, no, not him. Me. God damn it! What am I doing? What am I messing up here? God damn it! It is done. The ink is done. It's been done since the last time. I got to post some pictures on the site there. So, what am I doing wrong here? God damn it! I don't want Bob. Fuck you, Bob. Yeah, I'll just keep hitting buttons. All right, whatever. We'll get to it later. Anyways, it's prediction time for 2024. I don't know where that comic book Bob guy disappeared to. Oh, there he is.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Right now, my dad's he needs help getting up and down in there right now, so I gotta help him out. But
Big Daddy wants you to single me out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all finished.
Nice. It's good work, man. That lady you went to is good. She does good work.
Sin Studios and Sin Studios Tattoo and Piercing in Elyria, Ohio. Not too far from the big guy. All freehand.
Good stuff. I always said tattoo should mean something, man. You having your dad's birthday on there and everything. That's a big deal. So, all right. Let's get into
prediction time. Let's go, baby.
All right. You want me to start off? I'll start off.
Oh, you do something.
I got an easy one. I got an easy one. MJF stays with AEW. There's a lot of people that are saying he's gone. I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah. He's not going anywhere.
There's no way they're going to do a storyline like they did. There's no way it's Tony Khan. Tony Khan makes some decisions that are based off of his heart rather than his business, For instance, letting people out of their contracts early, letting people go, letting people leave the company after they've signed with it, et cetera, et cetera. But there is no goddamn way he's going to put the world title on MJF, push him the way that he did, and end this story the way that it is. There's no way this story's over. So I think the rumors that we've been hearing over the last year are true. I think he renegotiated a deal and re-signed for depending on which version of the story you believe, 4 years or 5 years. I think it was a 5-year deal, and he's in AEW until that's over. Now, when that's over, I think he's going to WWE. I think he wants that WWE run just like everybody else. But right now, for this year, MJF stays in AEW.
I agree with that.
Cool.
Makes sense.
What you got, buddy? Frank?
What do I got?
Yep. Give me one. Let's go.
All right. Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes Moné.
Keep going back and forth. Keep going back and forth. I can see her going to join her buddy Trinity in TNA.
Okay. I'm going to dispute you. I think Mercedes Moné signs with AEW along with the virtuoso Deonna Purrazzo. I think, according to all the reports that I've read, she was in negotiation to return to WWE. However, her asking price was far, far too high. She wanted to be paid
Charlotte money.
equal to Charlotte, which Charlotte is getting $5 million a year. Which I don't know why Charlotte's getting $5 million a year, because Charlotte has not been anywhere near what she has now. If we were talking Charlotte from 5 years ago, hell yeah. Charlotte 5 years ago was the best women's wrestler in the world, whether you like her or you don't like her.
Yeah.
But there is no way they're going to pay Mercedes Moné $5 million a year.
No.
And almost immediately after talks broke down between her and WWE, she began talking in earnest with AEW. Now, AEW, I think they're going to bring her in very, very quickly. I don't think she's not getting $5 million a year, though.
Yeah, there's a I was reading. There's a possibility she could show up tomorrow, as early as tomorrow. In AEW.
Yeah. They're saying that she could show up as early as Dynamite tomorrow. I don't think personally that that's what's going to happen. I do think, however, she is going to AEW, and I think Deonna Purrazzo is going with her. I think Deonna Purrazzo is also going to be joining AEW, which will probably be the biggest, one of the two biggest moves that in women's professional wrestling that they could make right now.
Now, can they be booked? Can Tony do that?
Well, that's the question, because everyone's saying, like, if he gets the two of them, then he's got then he'll legitimately have the best women's roster. I say he's already got a really, really, arguably one of the best, if not one of, a really, really good women's roster. Just doesn't know how to book it right.
I thought Twinkle Toes McFinger Bag was in charge of women's.
He's in charge of talent appropriation for the women's division. He's not in charge of the actual women's division. When that whole situation happened where Tony got upset with Cody over the booking, and he took over as booker for the show, he did that across the board. So all the EVPs saw their power slashed when that happened. But cool, you think she's going to WWE? I think she's going to
TNA possibly.
Oh, you said TNA. I thought you said
join Trinity in TNA.
Okay, well, all right then. See here. Guardian said she really has no one to work with in AEW. Storm and Rosa. Who else? Come on now, all the green young horns and injured Hater and overrated Baker. I think Tony's gonna make a concerted effort to bring in new talent. And I think that bringing her in is a big part of that, because I think he wants her and I think he wants her and Purrazzo to kind of head up that division going forward, along with Tony Storm and hopefully Thunder Rosa, and try to build something similar to the Women's Revolution that Triple H and Stephanie built in WWE. I think that's what Tony's going to try to do. Whether or not he's going to be able to do it, who knows? But if he does, he needs to really focus on picking up as many of the best women's talent out there that's possible, and that'll lead into another one of my predictions here in a little bit. But
Hunter snatching Julia, if that's what you're gonna talk about.
Well, that wasn't what I was going to say. But you said that she might be going to be with her friend Trinity. Trinity Fatu will re-sign with WWE. And a matter of fact, I think that's going to happen very, very, very soon. So I
Get
don't
back with her
think
husband.
Yep, I don't think you're correct. I don't think Mercedes is going to TNA to hook back up with
Her husband.
Trinity. I think Trinity is going back to WWE to be with her husband.
Speaking of husbands, is Mercedes' husband still with the E? Does he do like costume designs for the women's?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't really keep up on that level of who's with what. Big Daddy says Sasha wants only the money. She doesn't care about who the talent is or about her matches. In my opinion, that's I think that's kind of where she is right now. But I also think that if Tony brings her in, he's going to be like, listen, you're going to have to work with these young people and build them up. Because I think that's what he's looking for. If he can't get that from her, he may not sign her. Deeb, Tanya, and Natural feud with Saraya. Here's the thing, Saraya. Look. I love the story of her coming back. I love the fact that she's working. She doesn't have what it takes to be in the ring anymore. The injury's too severe. Doesn't matter. It'll draw money. Oh yeah, there are people that'll watch her for no matter what.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, Saraya. I don't think she has any business being in the ring right now.
no,
she's just too damaged.
I wouldn't mind Monet versus Karushita.
No. But okay, so I made the prediction that she's going back to Trinity's going back to WWE. I'll make another one on the women's side, and then I'll let you go again. Julia will sign with WWE. If Tony was smart, he would drive a Brinks truck with money up to her house. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think he's reserving that for other people. We'll talk about some of those a little bit later with our predictions.
Yeah,
I think Julia's going to WWE, and I think she's going to become a part of that Japanese faction that they're building over there.
Yeah, if they go and work out a deal with All Japan, I can see that happening.
I got a prediction about All Japan.
If they don't, she's not leaving.
Yeah,
I don't think she's leaving.
But yeah, that's my prediction. I think Julia's going to WWE. Guys, agree? Disagree?
No.
Agree.
No.
You don't think she's going?
Nope.
Really? Wow. You think Tony's going to snatch her up?
No, I think she stays in Japan.
Oh, you think they're gonna push her? Well, yeah, that's I didn't even think about that. That's interesting because with Tanahashi in charge now, and Tanahashi is really big on trying to promote all of Japanese wrestling. I could see him trying to like push the women in the IWGP, seeing a lot bigger. So there's possibility. That's yeah. Tanahashi becoming the new president of New Japan, that changes a lot of things.
Yes.
So that's a possibility. And then there's the All Japan angle, like you were talking about before. So Matasina said, I predict Hunter will lose power. Vince has been way too quiet lately. I don't think so, man. I've got something on that. So Big Day said, only thing Paige draws as doctors for Botox and plastics, extremely overrated.
Yep.
But okay. So let's see. So I said she's going there. Wait, what else you got, man?
Drew McIntyre is gone from WWE.
I agree. I think I think that they're too far apart as far as money's concerned. I think they're too far apart as far as he wants to spend more time at home. He doesn't want to have to live in the United States all the time. He wants to be able to be home more. He's in kind of it seems like he's in kind of the same boat that Will Ospreay was in, where Ospreay was like, I don't want to live in the United States. I want to be able to live at home and then come here and work. So
yeah, I think he'll be gone from WWE and he'll make an appearance. He'll either make an appearance or he'll already be in AEW. He can be with another promotion, but I think he will be at All In next year or this year. Whether he's with AEW or with another promotion, I think he'll be at All In.
And I think it's very possible that when he does leave, he doesn't go to. I think he's eventually going to end up in AEW. I think it's very possible though that he may do what he did before, man. He may just move around the indie circuit and go. He'll make appearances in different places. He might make an appearance in AEW, like you said, like at All In, or maybe a place before that. I could see him working in TNA. I could see him working with New Japan. I could see him working with best, especially since it's close to home. I could see him working with Rev Pro. So I could see him being like, you know what? And he's already said, like, I have no trouble sitting for a while to get the right kind of deal that I want. So I think you're right. I do think he leaves WWE. And I think that I don't think he immediately signs with anybody. I think he's going to sit for a while and just kind of do what he wants, because he's made pretty good money.
Yeah.
So he can afford to, like, it's kind of like when Dax and Cash left WWE. They said, look, if we decided if we have to sit for a little bit, we're good with it. So I think he's in kind of that situation. So I agree with you. I think he leaves WWE.
What do you think, Johnny?
I don't think so. I think they'll sort this out.
You'll think they'll bend over backwards to keep him?
I think they'll meet him halfway at least.
From what I understand, though, he doesn't want halfway. He's basically all in or nothing.
Because he's not getting any more money from anyone else.
Honestly, I could see him getting close to. Put it this way: if Tony or TNA, or even TNA, because like if they drop a deal in front of him, or dude, MLW's been making big moves lately, so don't rule Cesar out. If they make the concessions to him about travel and family time, he might be willing to take a little bit less money from what I understand. The reason why WWE haven't pulled the trigger on the money part is they know that they have time, because he's still got about 6 months left. He's got over 6 months left. I think his contract is up at the end of June towards July. So they got some time to work with him as far as the money's concerned. But the big sticking point, from my understanding, is the travel, is the family time. So it all depends on that. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. I think it's possible that because it's Hunter, it's not Vince.
Right.
So, but if they don't give him what he wants, I can see him leaving and even just sitting for a while. So, okay. Let's see here. Like I said, I already did Mercedes and Perazo. Okay, here's one. Damian Priest will fail to cash in his Money in the Bank.
I can see it.
I can see that.
Yep. I think we're getting it. I think this whole thing has fallen apart, and I think we're gonna get another what's his name? US champion. That's how forgettable it is.
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. I think it's going to be another Austin Theory.
Because I think the current champions have bigger fish to fry than Damian Priest. Sorry to put it like this.
TNA has no money. Anthem is cheap. I can't believe any big name talent will go to Impact. They were willing to drop a whole bunch of
money for CM Punk.
They were willing to drop a buttload of money for CM Punk. So, what was that? What was the question you had?
What did you say, Johnny?
I think the current champions, like both Seth and Roman, have bigger fish to fry. He's not going to win any of those bouts.
Yeah, I think right now they're looking at there's at least 3 people in front of them. So, and given how slow that they've been to pull the trigger on anybody, it's going to be a while.
Oh yeah.
How much time does Cody have in his contract? It depends on who you ask, because you got to remember Cody was out for almost like 9 months. So if WWE holds true, they'll just tack that time back onto his contract. I think he's got at least another 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, Damian Priest, I think, and the longer they wait to pull the trigger on that guy, the colder you're going to get.
Yes.
And so already it's at the point where I think it's he may be the guild may be off the lily for the poor guy. But all right, what you got, Frank?
He's gone when his contract's up. Mr. Ricky Starks.
You think he is?
I think he's gone. I think he's going to AEW or WWE when his contract's up. He is gone.
It's possible.
If
mean,
I was him, I would.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I like Ricky Starks. I think he's got tremendous upside. Here's the question though: if he goes, when he leaves, where does he go?
Hey, WWE.
You think he would do? Well, here's the thing: I think he would do well in WWE, but are they going to elevate him?
He'll start off at NXT at first.
Yeah. Oh, he'll definitely start off in NXT, and he'll probably rise to the top in NXT. Here's the question: does he go anywhere after that?
No, I think he'll be like Ricochet and some of those other guys in the E. He might get opportunity, like Chad Gable with tag partner, win a title, or in the hunt for one of the secondary belts. But
Happy New Year, Court. Ricky's gonna carry Cody's bags and drive the Cody bus. Jeez, god damn, man. I think he's got great upside, man. He just needs that one thing to pull him out and set him apart from everybody. I don't know, man.
Talking about our predictions for 2024, Ms. Courtney.
Yes, ma'am.
I said Ricky Starks is gone when his contract is up, going to the E.
Hicksville said, money-wise prediction is TKO is going to tighten their belt when it comes to new hires in the future. Get that bag now. That's actually something that other people have said too, is that when it comes to making budget decisions and whatnot, they're going to start trimming. I mean, we already saw Kevin Dunn leave, which
Bucky Beaver.
If that's not an indication that Vince has lost power, nothing is. So, smashing pumpkin reunion shows to pay for NWA. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what. At this point, I don't know if NWA could be saved, man. It's bad, but okay. That's a good one. You're talking about the Drew McIntyre leaving. I'll give you another one. Sheamus will leave WWE for AEW.
Ooh.
After having an amazing first 3 quarters of the year, Sheamus has kind of floundered here in the last 2 or 3 months. They haven't done anything with him. Apparently, they have no plans for him, and according to some backstage, he's not happy. He's starting to fall into the Drew McIntyre category.
Yep.
Which, he is getting up there in age. I think he's in his 40s now, right?
Don't know.
Let me see here. Sheamus. Irish professional wrestler and actor. He's 45. So he's got one good run left in him.
Yeah.
And I think that right now, with with the year that he had and whatnot, he's got enough stroke that he could probably make a pretty good deal for himself with AEW or with another company. If he were to go to if he were willing to go to a smaller company like MLW, or even Impact, he could probably make a pretty good deal for himself and immediately be inserted at the top of the card. I don't think that he's willing to do that, though. I think he wants to still have a strong television presence. So I think AEW is the most likely place for him. Does Butch go with him? I don't freaking know, dude. Oh my god. Dude, you talk about a guy he dropped the ball on, man.
Yeah, they did.
This is freaking awful.
AEW might not have a big television presence anymore. We don't know that.
No, well, that's my other prediction. Another prediction I'll make, and then since you mentioned it, I'll go ahead and I'll make it. AEW will resign with Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah, we were talking about that before you came back from your sabbatical.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the bidding war of 2024 for MJF and these other wrestlers. It's the bidding war between Raw and AEW for Warner Brothers Discovery this year.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and I've actually talked to a couple of people, and actually talked to a buddy of mine who's an economist, and he said, considering how much they're going to get, he says everybody's looking at WWE and AEW and what they want and what they're going to get and everything. Nobody's really talking about Warner Brothers Discovery and what they want and what they're going to get. Now, here's the thing. From all reports coming out, WWE are asking between $260 and $280 million for Raw. Okay. Right now, I think they're getting 220, 230 or something like that from USA. And they want something like, a 20 or 30% increase, which would take it to about $280 million from what I understand. Now, according to, and for that, they get Raw. And that's it. Now, granted, Raw is the second highest rated wrestling show in the world right now. Okay. Next to SmackDown. They're averaging somewhere in the area on average, they average about 1.5 million people. Sometimes they hit close to 2 mark. Sometimes it drops down to about 1.2, 1.3. Between 1.5 and 1.7, like 1.75 is about their average, which is pretty good for a television show today, which is really good for a television show today.
Yeah.
However, that's all they get. They get Raw on their television station, and that's it. They don't get rebroadcast rights. They don't get access to WWE's library. They get Raw. That's it. Signing with AEW, and AEW is the asking price for AEW right now is between $220 and $260 million. So a little bit less than what WWE is asking for Raw. But for that money, they get everything. They get all 3 shows from AEW. They get access to AEW's library. They get access to Ring of Honor's library. And we all know that right now, Warner Brothers Discovery is having money problems, and they're looking to get as much content as they possibly can to put on Max. So, what's the better deal? You get no argument. You get one of the biggest wrestling shows in the world in Raw. You get that WWE rub, but that's it. You don't get anything for your streaming services. You don't get nothing. You get nothing else.
Streaming services is one thing, but when it comes to the ratings, do you really want to keep Rampage?
That according to reports, they actually want AEW to make more TV shows.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I said. I was like, "Are you out of your freaking mind?"
Yeah.
It's like I would take Rampage and turn it into their developmental show, is what I would do, and make it something completely separate from everything else. I'd make it their version of NXT. But going back to my point, when you're a company that's struggling financially, and because Warner Brothers Discovery has said that there's a very good chance that if they don't turn things around in 2024, there's a very good chance that they could they could declare bankruptcy within 9 months. You're not gonna throw that much money at WWE for one show. You're gonna go with a company that's giving you pretty significantly. Obviously it's not on the same level as Raw, but it's steady.
Yeah,
and you get access to a lot of content.
plus you've also got to deal with TKO.
Yep. You got to deal with TKO and their bullshit.
And TKO aren't going to let Warner Brothers dictate stuff to them.
Yeah. All this moving around is going to kill the ratings. NXT is about to become the highest rated show on the CW.
Could have been the NWA, wouldn't that be?
Yep. I would take Rampage and turn it into a women's set. That's what I said. They should take Rampage and turn it into the women's show. But that's why my prediction is that AEW will sign their deal with Warner Discovery. Frank?
I can see that happening. You asking my opinion or my prediction?
Both.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I can see AEW staying with Warner Brothers and whoever gets Raw, be it Amazon or whoever, ESPN.
I could see Amazon making that move probably because from what I understand, the only other company that's really willing to give them the money that they want is Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, maybe like I said, maybe they go to Amazon. Disney owns ESPN right now. They're not going to pay for it.
The Ocho.
The Ocho.
Yeah. ESPN 8.
Yeah.
Dude, Disney may be selling ESPN. Did you hear about that?
They want to.
Yeah.
They really do.
Disney's selling off assets. They're not picking assets up. They're selling them off.
But yeah, prediction: we will see the return at some point of Jungle Boy Jack Perry with Dino Douche.
You think they're getting back together?
Yep,
He filed the trademarks again.
he did.
Yeah. Yep. He refiled for was it Jungle Boy and
That boy and his dinosaur.
Jungle Boy, Jurassic Express, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Jurassic
boy.
Express will be getting back together again.
You think Marco Stunted Growth joins them?
No,
No
Marco
chance.
comes in and he's the glue that puts them back together.
not a chance.
Come on, guys. Come on, don't fight, guys. Why is everybody looking at me so funny?
Yeah, but they'll be back together by the end of the year.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I don't think Christian needs him. And going forward, I think it's going to be Christian and Nick Wayne and maybe a couple other people coming in. But okay, another prediction that's pretty much and this is another smaller one. It's in the bag pretty much at this point. Andrade returns to WWE. But he does it with Ric Flair. And they form a new faction with his wife, Charlotte.
I thought Rick signed a multi-year contract with AEW.
No, he didn't. No, according to reports, he has not signed a contract with AEW. The contract is with Woo Energy Drink. It's not with Rick. It's with Woo Energy Drink, and Rick's appearances on AEW are being the energy drink company is paying for those appearances.
Right, but if they've been pushing Sting with Ric Flair till Revolution in March.
Yeah, he'll be there for 3 months. I know. I'm going to say he's not okay. Flair's not going to go back until after that, but he will go back to WWE with Andrade, and the three of them will form a family faction.
And Charlotte's got to be out till September, if not longer.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that she can't make appearances and stuff. She just can't wrestle. Yeah, Andrade posted. Yeah, he left AEW, so he's already initially he's going back to CMLL.
Yeah,
he's going to do a small stint there, but I think he shows up at the Rumble. I think Andrade shows up at the Rumble, and then all this. What I'm saying when they go back there, that's going to happen this year. In the course of this year, obviously Rick's going to be hanging around until after Sting's last match. But
Hopefully to be
Andrade
better than
matches
this
will be
last one.
sponsored by Woo Wings. Oh my God. Maldacito made a prediction. CM Punk gets hurt on the Raw after WrestleMania, having to vacate the title. That's just mean, dude. But that's one for me. Andrade will return to WWE with Ric Flair, and they will form a faction.
I don't have a problem with that.
Nope. You got another one in the chamber? You want me to do another one? Because I got like
As I'm
5
go-
more.
I'm gonna have to run here.
All
You
right,
gotta
Cody,
run?
dude, feel better, man.
I'll try. Thanks, guys.
Do something, man. Take some vitamin C or some shit. You got to build up your immune system.
Yeah, build up that immune system, brother.
Good God.
Drop
Okay.
down and give me 20 push-ups right now.
I'm probably shit myself for trying to do that, but okay. Goodbye.
Oh my God. Have a good one. Have a good one, bud. Appreciate you being here. Poor Johnny. He's always got something.
Yeah, poor Johnny.
Yeah. You got one in the chamber? Or you want me to go again?
Jade Cargill
Okay.
will have a world title, one of the women's titles by the end of the year.
I can see that. I think it'll be the NXT Women's Championship. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think that they've kind of dropped the ball with her?
They're trying to get her.
Not capitalizing on her popularity immediately.
I think so, but I think they're trying to get her into WWE style of wrestling and get her away from the AEW style.
Yeah, I think when she does finally make her debut in the ring, I think she's going to be a lot more solid in the ring. I think she's definitely going to be working a more WWE style. We already said that we figured that was going to be the case. But I also think, however, that she's going to lose a lot of steam. And now, given who she is and how dynamic she's a package, man. I think that that's possible they could regain that, but I do think that when she first makes her debut, people are going to be like, okay. So, and then we'll see where they go with her from there. But like we said before, and I'll say it again, she's tailor-made for WWE, man.
She is.
So, all right, I'm going to make a couple big ones here because we're starting to run out of time here. Here's a big one. Roman Reigns will not lose his title until he beats Hogan's record. He will not lose his belt until September, which means a second prediction added on top of that. Cody Rhodes will not finish the story in 2024. I think with everything that's going on, I think with everybody's saying that it's going to be a 2-night main event at WrestleMania where Rock fights Roman and that The Rock's going to lose, which I'm like, you're out of your freaking mind if you think The Rock is going to lose his final match, because they're billing that this will be his final match in WWE. They're not going to have him lose to Roman Reigns in his final match. There's no way in hell he's going to lose his final match to Roman Reigns. Okay? They're not going to let him go out like that. So, if he wrestles him on night 1, he's going to win. And that's all there is to it.
He's going to win the title.
Well, here's the question. Are they going to do Cody versus Roman night 1? And Cody takes the title off of him? And then it's Roman versus Rock night 2 when it's just the title, the head of the table title status and not the belt, which I don't think that works, because without the belt, the drama's not there.
I would think they would put Seth's title on one night and Roman's title up on the other night.
If that's the case, then it's going to be Roman versus The Rock. It's not going to be Roman versus Cody.
Right.
So,
but
either way, if you want this match to matter, you got to have one or the other. You can't have both. It's not going to work. At least in my eyes, it's not going to work. Now that doesn't mean that WWE won't do it. WWE have done things that didn't make sense lots of times, at least to me. Actually, Hicks Millen, sorry to interrupt you, but he'll actually break Bruno's first record. He'll break Bruno's first run record before he breaks Hogan's, but it's the second run record for Bruno that there's no way he's going to break that.
Yeah.
Dude, shit. He'd have to hold the belt for 7 years. But go ahead, Frank. Sorry.
So if it's Seth on night 1, Roman on night 2,
Mm-hmm.
is it going to be then CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble and challenging Seth on night 1? And Rock versus Roman on night 2?
Well, see, that's what a lot of people are saying is like, regardless of like if that's what they do, if Seth versus somebody on night 1 and then Roman versus somebody on night 2, there's a possibility that CM Punk might get pushed out of WrestleMania again, because there's no guarantee that it's gonna be. Now, if it was me, it would be him versus Seth, and I would have him to be the one to take the belt off Seth if I was doing that. But knowing WWE and the way that they've been pushing it, they try to put the challengers for Roman on this side, and the challengers for Seth on this side, and they try to keep them apart from each other. We already know that CM Punk is talking shit about Roman, though. So what are you going to do?
Right. But you also had those two guys go or Seth jawing at the end of Survivor Series when
Right.
Punk came out.
Oh, I know, 100%. So logically speaking, to me, the way it should work is it should be Seth versus Punk night 1, like you said, and then Roman versus Rock on night 2. But if that's what happens, Cody's not in the factor.
Correct.
So what do you do? So that means Cody ain't winning that belt until at the very earliest he's going to win it at SummerSlam.
So you think Rock loses to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania?
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that it will not be Cody finishing the story. Because The Rock, if The Rock challenges Roman at WrestleMania, Rock's beating him.
For the title, or just beating him?
Yes.
Beating him for?
It has to be. It has
or
to be
beating him for a
both.
self-professed head of the table.
It has to be for both. Because if you're gonna have Roman wrestle at WrestleMania, it's got to be for the title.
Okay.
It has to.
Then if that happens, how much heat would you get on Damian Priest if Rock won and Priest cashed the title in and beat The Rock?
Oh, well, that would be massive. That's not going to happen.
Or CM Punk wins and
now that
Damian
I would
Priest cash the title in and takes off a Punk the same night.
Now that would work better, I think. But I don't have any faith in him doing that. I think he's going to lose that briefcase long before WrestleMania. So
It's only got 3 months.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he loses that thing at the Rumble. But it's gonna be bad at the Rumble or Elimination Chamber.
All right.
But The Rock was huffing and puffing after the People's Elbow heel collapse doing a whole match.
He was huffing and puffing.
Oh yeah. He's not in ring shape. If he's gonna do this, he's gonna have to get into ring shape. So he's gonna have to do several matches between now and then. He's gonna have to be training his ass off. You know, he's gonna have to avoid those cheat days where he eats like 900 pounds of friggin' sushi. So all that extra muscle he's packed on in the last 10, 12 years, that's a lot harder to move around. So
Yep.
but
I got a big one for you.
okay, let's hear it.
Every major title in WWE and AEW will change hands this year. Everyone that's international, intercontinental, U.S.
Mhm.
heavyweight, CES title, tag titles, women's titles,
Every belt's going to change hands.
international title, women's title, MJ or Samoa Joe's title, tag titles, done.
I can see it.
There'll be no champion who's current champion now rolling over till next year, not being defeated.
Yeah.
For the title.
Okay. I think you're right. I agree with you. I think there's going to be a lot of titles changing hands this year. And in fact, at this year's, I'll make another major prediction. At this year's All In at Wembley Stadium, Will Ospreay will win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And before All In at Forbidden Door, he will win New Japan's Global Championship. And he will be a joint champion between two companies. I'll make that prediction. Yeah. I think Ospreay is going to be the guy that takes the belt off of Samoa Joe. I think he takes the belt off Samoa Joe. And I think he takes him off of him at All In. I think Joe holds the belt for 6 months.
And do you think MJF cost Joe the title?
Very possible. It depends on because right now MJF, with the shoulder injury that he has, he's making the decision to try to rehab through it or to get surgery. If he gets surgery, he's going to be on the shelf for at least 3 or 4 months. From what I understand, it's between 3 and 4 months that he'll be on the shelf. If that's the case, when he does make his return, I think he gets I think he goes after Joe, but I don't think he takes the belt off of him. So then you move that feud forward to All In, and at All In, I think it's possible he could do that. But I'll make another prediction. Involving MJF and the world title and Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay. I think when MJF returns to AEW, I think he brings Richard Holiday and Alexander Hammerstone with him.
Ooh.
I predict Richard Holiday and Alexander Hammerstone will join MJF in AEW and reform their staple from MLW.
Nice. Going up against the Kingdom and Wardlow and Adam Cole.
I think it's possible that. Okay, so you know how. Okay, so we've had the devil thing going on this whole time with Adam Cole. A couple months from now, the devil's going to return, and the minions are going to return, and no one's going to know who they are. Everyone's going to be like, "It's MJF. We know it's MJF. MJF's the devil." But who are the other guys? It's going to be Richard Holiday and Alexander Hammerstone. And when he finally unveils himself, he's like, "No, you're not the devil. I am." And I think that's how that. When he heals up enough that he can come back, that's how they're going to continue that feud. Yeah, and I agree, Big Daddy. If I'm Tony Khan, I'd let Joe have a nice long run with that belt, man.
Yeah,
because that dude, think about the matches that guy he can have right now. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I just don't see him holding the title all year.
No,
like
he won't. No,
did.
I see him losing that belt to I see him losing that belt to Will Ospreay at Wembley. But I also think that Ospreay will win the the IWGP Global Championship at Forbidden Door. So those are two big predictions I make right there. That when MJF does come back, that he will he'll reform his faction with Richard Holiday and Alexander Hammerstone, and that Will Ospreay will win the AEW World Championship at Wembley Stadium. And sticking with that, I'm gonna throw another one out there. You ready?
Sure.
WWE will purchase All Japan Pro Wrestling in 2024. And
Yeah.
that will be their way of getting into the Japan the Japanese market. And because of that, you will not see. That's why I think Julia will stay in Japan, but she will still be connected to WWE in some way, shape, or form. That's a bit, and that one, that's coming from certain rumblings that are going around in the world of Japanese wrestling. WWE have reached out to All Japan to form like a working relationship. We know that William Regal's son is going to All Japan basically for his excursion. So he's going to be there. I think Hunter's going to make big moves in that market. That's a market that they have desperately been trying to get into. They've been blocked from creating, hell yeah, konnichiwa, bitches. They've been blocked from creating an NXT Japan because of that. This is a way that they can get in there and do that. IWGP would be owned by China. I'll tell you what, man. Considering the issues that they've had, people don't realize this. You know what? There's two major reasons. There's a major reason why IWGP's former president. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because I'll butcher the shit out of it. You know why he? One of the reasons why he left is because Okada doesn't like him. And TKO is a Chinese company. IWGP is not All Japan. All Japan's a different company.
Yeah.
So I think All Japan will be bought by WWE. Tozawa will be the NXT Japan GM. Oh my God, dude. He freaking you want to talk about some snowflakes melting.
Yeah. And Okada, your boy Okada is going, my prediction, he's staying with New Japan.
Yeah. I think definitely now he is. Now that Tanahashi is in charge, and what's his name has been pushed out, I think Okada 100% resigns with New Japan.
Right.
You got another one. We'll do one more each.
Christian, Adam Copeland will team up and win the AEW tag titles by the end of the year.
I agree. Matter of fact, I'll go one further for you. And this is coming from a really interesting rumor that I heard. There will be a three-way between Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, and the reformed Dudleys. Oof. In a three-way match at some point this year. I say it happens at All In. Because All In is the show where everybody kind of mills around and comes together.
All right.
I say it happens at All In. Yep. Kenta Kobashi. Goddamn, Kenta Kobashi was so good, man.
I think your buddy Nigel McGuinness straps him up one more time and this time in AEW.
I think so too. I think he has a match with I think he has a
Brian
match
Danielson.
with Brian Danielson or maybe Osprey. I think Geriatric TLC match, dude. Tell me this: the nostalgia bait for that alone will make people want to see it.
Yep.
Doesn't make any difference how good the match is going to be, you know. And you're right; it's going to be 6 old men running around. But I'm gonna tell you what, man, that match that Christian and Edge put and Adam Copeland put on at World's End, that was a damn good match, man. They brought it. So, but yeah, I think it happened. Yeah, tables, ladders, walkers, yeah, gurneys. So I'm gonna make two last ones and then we'll be done. This one, Tony Khan gives up some of his power and gets some real help this year to put AEW back on track, and the help I think is going to come in the form of Bryan Danielson. I think Bryan Danielson in September when he's officially done as a full-time performer, I think he starts to transition to behind the scenes. I think he becomes the day-to-day general manager for AEW. And I think we start to see some real change when that happens. We're already seeing a little bit of that with Bryan Danielson's working behind the scenes. And I think that goes into overdrive once he's finished up in the ring as full time. And here's one last big, major, huge prediction. Vincent Kennedy McMahon will retire once and for all by the end of 2024. That'll be it. This will be it for Vinnie Mac. This year will be it. He'll either do so on his own accord or he'll be pushed out by TKO. I think we've already begun to see that happening with Brian Dunn removed.
Kevin Dunn.
Kevin Dunn, yeah, Kevin Dunn. They're saying that he resigned. He didn't resign. They basically told him, "You got two choices: you either resign or we're going to fire you."
Get out.
And for those of you who don't know how that whole structure worked, next to Vince, Kevin Dunn was the most powerful guy in WWE.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's gone, if that's not a pure indication that of the fact that Vince is no longer in charge, nothing else is.
He was Vince's boy.
He was Vince's boy, and Vince said he would have a job with WWE forever as long as he was in charge. Well, he ain't in charge no more. So he's gone. And I predict that by the end of this year, Vince McMahon will either retire on his own accord or he'll be pushed out. Does Stephanie return? I think Stephanie returns at some point. I don't think I don't know if it's gonna be this year, but I think she'll be back at some point. Once the old guard is completely gone, I think that's when you can see someone like Stephanie coming back in.
Yeah.
But right now, and honestly, after Dunn, there's only 2 people left. There's Pritchard and Laurinaitis. Because I know Laurinaitis is still technically with the company. I don't know what he does anymore. But yeah, once those 2 guys are gone, that's it. Yep. It's all Triple H guys now. So will she come back after that? More than likely.
Yeah.
Though she'll come back and run the women's division again, which honestly she needs to. Women's division needs help. But anyway, those are our predictions, guys. Some big ones in there. Like I said, man, like the 2 that I think are a lock, an absolute lock for AEW, I think is Osprey winning the title at All In, and Richard Holiday and Hammerstone joining up with MJF and reforming their faction, and then going after Taven and going after Cole and Taven and those guys. I think that 100% happens. 1,000%.
I would love to see that.
That would be so badass, dude. Oh my God. Dude, freaking Alexander Hammerstone comes out there and just starts murking people.
Where does Sami Callihan go?
Sami Callihan signed with MLW.
Did he?
Yeah. My understanding, I don't know how long of a contract he signed, but he signed with MLW. Which, dude, dude, that's what I said, man. Don't be sleeping on Cesar. That dude's making moves. That dude's making power moves. You know, he got that deal with New Japan going. He's signing a lot of people because he lost Hammerstone. He might be losing Holiday, but he's out there making moves and getting people. So
still go with mine. All major titles switch hands.
Yep.
In both companies by the end of the year, before the end of the year, and Drew McIntyre is gone.
Yeah, I think Drew McIntyre, and honestly, I could see Drew McIntyre making an appearance at All In to set something up there. But yeah, it remains to be seen. Like I said, it depends on. There's a lot of stuff it depends on, like how, like if WWE is going to try and be shitty with the contract, try and force extensions on people and stuff like that. But we'll see. But anyway, guys, that's our predictions. Thanks for being here, guys. Hicks Villain, Leg Kick, Maldacito. Johnny, appreciate you being here, brother. Hope you get better. Big Daddy, Guardian of Chaos. Courtney, and everybody else that stopped in and lurked around. It's going to be an interesting year, guys. And it should be fun. All right. That's it from us. Have a good one.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yep. Happy New Year. Safe New Year. Be good. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Bye.